In this video, we want to find the interval convergence for the sum from n equals 1 to infinity, 2x minus 6 raised to the nth power over root n times a to the nth power. In order to find the interval convergence, we're going to use a ratio test. So we're going to look at the limit as n approaches infinity of the n plus first term over the nth term. For the n plus first term, we're going to substitute n equals n plus 1. And so we're going to divide these. The nice thing is you can pair them up. So the numerator of the top fraction, so this is the top fraction, this is the bottom fraction. The numerators go together, numerator over numerator. And then the denominator, it's going to be the opposite. Now you're going to look at the bottom over the top. So that's where you have 2x minus 6 raised to the n plus first power over 2x minus 6 raised to the nth power. And then times root n times a to the n power over root n plus 1 times, or a to the nth plus 1. Okay, a lot of things are going to cancel. First of all, the nth power cancels here. So we have 2x minus 6. It's inside the absolute value, and it does not depend on n. So we can bring it outside. When you bring it outside, you want to make sure you still have the absolute value. This depends on n, so we'll leave it inside. And then a to the nth over a to the nth plus 1 is just 1 over 8. So that's a constant. You can pull it outside. And since it's positive, you don't need the absolute value. Now, to solve the limit of this, we're going to divide inside the limit by n. Or you can think of it as multiplying by 1 over n. So that we get square root of 1 over 1 plus 1 over n. As n goes to infinity, this will go to 0. And so the limit is just 1. And so this simplifies to just the absolute value of 2x minus 6 over 8. In order for this to converge, we want the limit to be less than 1. That's what the ratio test tells us. So let's set this absolute value less than 1. We can multiply both sides by 8. And at this point, you have an option. You can, if you want, you can just solve this. You can just say negative 8 less than 2x minus 6 less than 8. And then you can add 6 to both sides and divide by 2. That's totally fine. Or you could just factor out the 2 and divide by 2. Either way, you get the same answer. So you get negative 1 is less than x less than 7. And the radius of convergence is this guy right here. That's 4. Okay, so now we're interested in the interval of convergence, so we need to test the endpoints, negative 1 and 7. Let's do that. First, we'll start off with x equals 7. We'll plug it in here. 2 times 7 minus 6 gives us 8. 8 to the n over 8 to the n, these are going to cancel. We have 1 over root n. And because this is a p-test, by the way. This is of the form 1 over n to the p. Here, p is equal to 1/2, which is less than or equal to 1. By the p-test, this diverges. Now we test x equals negative 1. We have 2 times negative 1 minus 6 is negative 8 to the nth. We can break off the negative part as negative 1 to the nth times 8 to the n. These are going to cancel. So we have negative 1 to the nth over root n. Previously, we had 1 over root n. Now, this is an alternating series with b sub n is equal to 1 over root n. This 1 over root n goes to 0 as n approaches infinity. It is decreasing, clearly, because the denominator is getting bigger and bigger. And by the alternating series test, this will converge at x equals negative 1. So we want to make sure we include negative 1 and not include 7. So this is going to be the interval of convergence.